pretty secure.
Yeah.
A little confident in their picks. But we were expecting that. Obviously, Team Secret being favorites in this.
Yeah, I think Secret delivered to the level I was expecting of them. I thought Infamous were going to look better than that, so I hope this game can do them a bit more justice. As far as today's games go, all the games we have cast, that was easily the worst performance of any team. So, you know, you can, as we said, you can have a bad game, they can bounce back. Gonna see how they decide to go about it. Or this is something we saw earlier today. There was a silencer pickup by TNC.
Yeah, but
very early on.
It was first phase, and they did a combination with it.
Batrider.
Yeah.
This time, however, Batrider is banned out. Let's see which direction Secret choose to take this in. The Nyx Assassin is available again for Yapzor. Did a lot of work last game. No Shaker, however.
Yeah, but Nyx Assassin's still going to do what they want to do. Someone to get into the back lines. Even if you just get that early stun onto the silencer, interrupting the timing of the global silence, you'll miss that perfect control window that Infamous will... So it looks like it's going to be the most obvious pickup for Puppey. So maybe the other question should be, who does he combine it with?
Here we go.
Yeah, so who's his second? You get the Nyx Assassin. You've already taken out Infamous's ability to dominate Vision game with the Night Stalker and the Batrider removed.
I think you want to pick something that's flexible on the second pick in this. You don't want to pick a core unless it's a core that can also be support.
It's a Faceless Void.
Or a core that can play multiple lanes.
Yeah.
It's also okay. So it can be both off lane and safe lane. And it's also kind of a steal away from Infamous that ran it last game. I'm not sure how much that factored into the decision here. Technically, Void isn't the best hero against Silencer. Silencer's global silence can be a pretty big problem for Faceless Void. But
at the same time, if you catch him inside the Chrono, catch him with the Nyx Assassin, Team Secret have ways of making him actually talk.
Hey.
Hey.
I don't think you can talk inside the Chronosphere.
Bad pun of my TM.
There's no... I don't think that's how...
Can Faceless Void talk inside the Chronosphere?
Yeah. Faceless Void can do whatever he wants in the Chrono.
He has a mouth.
Faceless Void can taunt in the Chrono.
That'd be really bad.
This looks like Infamous were not expecting this pick.
They had to be expecting the Nyx Assassin.
Yes, I would agree with that. This is taking them quite at a time.
Well, it's the Infamous specials. That's what's coming up now. Reason why Viper was banned the last, and now they're going to go in for the Legion Commander.
This is a powerful duo in the same way that the Batrider Silencer is. You duel someone and they're instant global, and the enemy team cannot counterplay. It's very strong, it's very straightforward. It does require a little bit though. You want your Legion to get the duel, you often need a Blink Dagger, and you need to have someone next to the Legion that can kill the target with the Legion, unless the Legion is that farmed that she solo wins the duel from full health while the global is running.
So we just look for the burst damage during the mid lane.
Burst damage would be nice. Something like the Queen of Pain they ran last game could work. They could run... there's plenty of heroes that can perform this role. Just a matter of what they like, and I think they want to go for the Quap again. I think that Nyx Assassin was way too annoying for the Queen last game, and he's gonna want to play something else this time around.
But who's your nuker in mid lane that, like, you're not going to get a lot of support from a rotating silencer, so it's going to come from somebody else.
Yeah.
So you get what, kill potential against the Nyx Assassin, get the Lina, but then again you're in the same boat, right? Like it's Intel nukers in the mid.
I don't think Lina is the right choice either.
So who can play the mid that doesn't really care? Like you could say DK could run the mid.
DK could be decent. Yeah.
He's better against the Nyx.
Absolutely. A lot better against Nyx. It's also a pretty good hero against Void, I think. Would expect an Invoker ban here coming out from Infamous. I would do.
10 seconds remaining.
Doesn't mean I should expect they do it. I don't know what the connection is. I would recommend it.
5 seconds.
I recommend banning a hero who can definitely hit a target who's locked inside of team.
I just think it would be a go-to pick for Secret in this kind of game. They have the Nyx to secure and help their mid lane. They have the Void setting up for the Invoker. And Invoker himself, I mean, it's not ideal to play it into Silencer, but they can definitely make it work with the lineup. I don't think it's going to be picked now, but...
Actually, you ban a PL against the Legion Commander?
Okay. I think that's... The PL is really annoying to deal with for Silencer. Natural Manta builder. There were definitely, I think there were better bans than PL, but I think it's somewhat justified based on the previous.
5 seconds remaining.
Just interesting choice.
Yeah, definitely interesting.
It's up to Puppy's choice now. So if we get a little information,
Necrophos as well.
Necrophos would be an option.
Again, another hero you maybe don't want to play into Silencer. But that's this. If you look at it like that, you just look at the heroes to pick, and you're like, Silencer is so good against like everything.
Winter Wyvern.
A good hero against LC.
Yeah. Cancel that physical damage. And then you've also got the curse, the control for the big AoE. And that's another follow-up to the Faceless Void. Even if you don't get the kill at the very start, you can transition it into something else.
It's also a hero that can...
5 seconds.
Wyvern can, it's one of the supports that can benefit quite a lot from a good chrono. Can also be played aggressively. Like, you obviously, when you think of Wyvern, you focus a lot on the curse and the cold embrace. Those are very powerful, but in this game, the added benefit is that you can get multiple hits off with Arctic Burn and chrono. You can maybe find yourself a good Splinter Blast if the chrono is well placed. And then all of a sudden you have a support that in the team fight is maybe doing like 2k damage in addition to having the save. It's very nice. Here is a counter pick from Infamous. Oh, this is a really pick. There goes the Necrophos.
Yeah.
So they're saving the mid pick for last. They could have grabbed the Invoker here if they wanted to. Probably thinking there's multiple options for mid 1 that they can go for and rather get the lane dominating hero for MP. This time it will be that Necro.
They also had the
That's
final
it, right?
pickup as well, so yeah, they'll see exactly what Infamous has before they can get it. Yeah. They may just decide to go for someone who's a little bit more flashy, a little bit more damage early on. Thinking like something like a Templar Assassin will be able to hunt and murder everybody with that Necro timing.
TA could definitely be interesting as well, mid 1.
Yeah. They've actually really got every option under the sun. Their draft is just so, like the sustain from just having Necro and Wyvern is already big. Nyx Assassin's got a very high regen and the ability to tank Spike Carapace causes a lot of problems. Faceless Void's got Time Walk. It just seems to be one of those lines which is so difficult for Infamous just to get one kill and snowball. Like Puppy's just giving no opportunity for it. It may mean that their draft takes a little bit longer to win, but it's a lot safer to win. And that's what it's all about, right? In the group stage. Like you lose
what
one
competition is all about. It's about winning.
Ah.
Nothing else matters than winning.
Team secrets.
Win the game. If it takes long, I mean, of course it matters. You'd maybe rather stomp than play for 2 hours and be exhausted, but at the end of the day, you would rather win in 120 minutes than lose in 20.
So this is the only hero which would probably cause them like some pause of thought to wait before you win. Anti-Mage, able to farm up. They don't have a fantastic counter against him at the moment. They could run a Void 1 position.
Yeah, there's a couple of decent options still for Secret here. They have the TA is actually a nice hero against Anti-Mage. Very high physical burst, combining it up with the Necrophos ulti, which doesn't deal that much damage, obviously, into the spell shield, but it all matters when you get the first immediate burst. In addition, they have the Void lockdown. Hard lockdown against AM is very good. He's a very mobile and elusive hero. You want to just keep him chained and then bring him down. And then the last thing is contesting him in lane, which I think that is the weakness of Secret's lineup. They're going to have a hard time preventing AM from farming. I don't think their lineup is that good at going into AM's lane and putting pressure. Void off lane is not good against AM. They could try to run the Necrophos dual lane off lane, but I think the support duo of Infamous can keep him more than safe. Get their mana drained.
Turn to pick.
They ban out the OD.
OD is another good ban. Could definitely have been a choice for Team Secret for mid 1 in this kind of game. Although, again, that's a hero that Silencer has a tendency of messing with quite a bit.
We'll see how many his list. Ember, TA, WOP. 3 high ones for mid 1. That's been his most played 3 heroes of late.
Still is the Invoker as well as an option.
Yeah.
I think Invoker versus AM is it's a two-sided matchup.
Invoker just seems to be like the easiest. You know, getting into the later game. You get a chrono on any target. Sunstrike, a little bit of damage, and then the scythe to finish them off and make sure they stay in the grave.
Yep. I think it's going to be TA, though, personally. If TA is good against the mid-pick that Infamous get now, I think Secret are more or less just going to snap pick it.
Yeah, it's an Ember.
So that is not the perfect lane for TA, but I still think it's good enough. On the contrary, Invoker got a lot better, because Ember is not the best hero at dealing with Invoker in lane. Can even get a value point in Wex, so you have the Tornado against Flame Guard, and then play around him completely.
The only concern I have for Invoker is Tuskar's ability to...
Yeah, there are plays, but Secret at the same time also have the counter plays available. They could just camp the Nyx in mid Because Necrophos Wyvern should be able to win their bottom lane against Legion very easily.
Look at that smile on Puppy's face.
Is he planning Huskar then?
No,
Is that when people smile?
I think Kezu's telling him a joke at the back line. He's just like, dude. I heard this joke last night. This guy walks into a bar. Hurt.
Makes the OD ban make even more sense as well. It's a really bad matchup for Ember in mid. It's one of the worst. I don't know what they're debating here, like what options they're considering. I still think
the older counter is the Bristleback, I think, with the one against the Ember.
Bristle's
Spirit.
very good against Ember, but it doesn't make that much sense from a lineup perspective.
Yeah.
I still think just from Secret's active and very used hero pool, I am still leaning toward Invoker and TA as the two obvious choices, if you will. But they might have a second player plan, like Razor could work.
And it's Invoker.
Yeah, okay.
So all that debating, and it was with your original choice, Cinder. And
Yeah.
why did we spend that much time talking about something that was so obvious?
That's what Yapsor just said as well.
Well, they're all having a lot of smiles over in the Team Secret camp, and obviously after game one, understandable. Spirits should be high.
Yep.
And Infamous, they're the team that do come in with like that I wouldn't say no mark on their back, but they're pinned to be the team that gets eliminated in the groups. Like, out of all the teams you'd say in this group, they would have to be up there, which means they also have nothing to lose. Go out there and just start to beat the living crap out of every top team. You can pull an SG eSports. You can pull anybody. All you need to do is just fight your ass off and get there.
Yep.
But have to live with no fear. And right now, it seems like they live in a very individual world of fear.
In the previous game, they were at least they seemed like they seemed hesitant. They were hesitant. They weren't confident in their moves. They weren't sure exactly what they were supposed to do. And I think it's better if they just commit for something, and then if the play fails, they have committed for something and they've made the move, and then they can learn and move onward into the tournament with some more experience. But making these half plays with 2 or 3 players, or combining their spells incorrectly, or going like half in but not really committing, that's not the way you play. It's just not going to work. They need to just trust in their instincts and their abilities, and then it's going to take them as far as they can. So I'm hoping for a better performance from them in this game. I think their lineup definitely has the potential to... oh, nice Sunstrike.
It's the second one.
They definitely have the potential with this lineup to win this game in the late game. I think their heroes scale very well. Anti-Mage and Ember with Global Silence are very scary to deal with for the Dire lineup. But the same can be said for Secret's lineup. You know, late game Void Invoker is very, very powerful. So both teams will be okay with that. It's maybe more going to come down to, can you organize good team fights, or can you get a really, really fat AM so that he can start taking towers? Because one thing Infamous's lineup doesn't have is building damage. Actually really bad at taking objectives until Anti-Mage is big.
Yeah. And they'll take time. Everything is time for Infamous. How they're lane, so it will actually be off-lane Legion Commander. Ember Spirit will be towards the mid. You'll have the Tuskar joining that off-laner as well. AM to the safe lane. Silencer supporting him there as well. Pretty standard lanes from Infamous. I don't think Team Secret are looking to do anything unusual either. It's that normal it'll start with mid 1 in the mid. Obviously, man who is dedicating his life to the Dendi that used to be. The International 1 Dendi, TI1 Dendi. Not the current Dendi.
I wonder what Dendi gave him back at TI1 that allows him to be a sponsor of it. Oh, that's aggressive in mid. Here comes
Nice.
Yapsor though.
Yeah. And then GG branch being consumed. Is that actually, it's not a GG branch. It's just a happy tree. But it appears as a GG tree.
Yeah.
Poppy. Get Arctic burn in. They're looking for more. Yapsor is not a healthy man. Taking way too much damage from the range creeps. Dropping just shy of 30 HP.
He was in the middle of the wave attacking these heroes here, and if there's like 7 creeps on you, you're not going to sustain that. Tomato is level 2, that's a kill. Or if the Tusk had anything left in the tank, but...
It's the space creation, right? Like, you've got another salve having to be purchased up here by Tomato. Tuskar is stuck in the trees, clarity and just tangoing his way back up again. And Yapsor, thanks to his 11.5 HP regeneration, is back.
With a tango.
With a tango. Yeah, 1.4 by, not 1.4, it's 4.3 by itself. But they're still bloody high compared to the 1.4 of the Tusker.
I still feel like this laning stage is just flat out gonna go better for Infamous. I think their laning just, the heroes that they have will fare better. They have way better matchups.
Yep.
Playing Void against Anti-Mage is super annoying, and a lot of it's gonna come down to how this mid lane exchange goes down. How much they're gonna target that. Oh, Puppey could be in trouble here. Oh, just get out.
Arctic Burn lasts just a fraction of a second long enough to get over.
Used the shards a little bit too early there. With the snowball first into shards, Matthew could have maybe threatened at least.
Gotta stop getting burnt like this.
What's he supposed to do, man?
Not a lot. Yeah, like you can't just abandon. Maybe that's actually what he thinks about. He decides to go for Iron Towel and just take the Void to the jungle.
I think he's just gonna leech and get whatever he can. Obviously, he's gonna take very little damage when he's out of mana. Then the mana break won't deal damage. He has a 4-man shield. He has 4 armor. So he will get experience, but this is just an innately awful lane. Like now, if the silencer keeps just throwing glaives at him, he will eventually have to yield, and that's gonna happen now. So, Puppey is down here to help. I don't really think Puppey is doing anything here.
He's here to harass the silencer out, maybe.
Not really gonna do much. He's just, yeah. I guess he's trying to eat some of their regen and be useful in this lane.
Oh, he's not gonna do much more in the mid. Sunstrike, it's off target. Mato's already back up the hill. Then again, he turned around for a second longer.
Wait, okay.
He decided to just basically do a do-si-do before realizing he had to exit the barn floor.
It's odd.
Yes.
Very odd. Now he has to go back to base. I think, so this Puppey rotation bottom to try to give Kezu a little bit of space was unsuccessful, and instead he could have maybe got like 1 or 2 pulls off top and been almost level 3. So I think this movement was not that effective in what it generated. AM is still going to have a great time bottom. The Legion Commander, as a result, is now, you know, he's level 4 with 15 CS top, and you compare that to the Void, who's level 2 with 3. You know? That's,
Snowball. They're going in after mid 1. Yapsor's in the neighborhood. Can't line up for a double stun. Doesn't have Spike Carapace either. In fact, misses his stun. Doesn't have enough mana for mana burn. That would have been enough damage to kill off Tomato if they could have just held him in position. And, oh, Tomato, what are you doing? Oops. You know that time when you just look over the edge because you just want to see the canyon?
Yeah.
And then a pebble slips.
I can't explain that. I don't know what's happening, if it's just nerves or what it is, but this is very uncharacteristic stuff happening here.
Yapsor with extra vision. I don't think they have another Sunstrike to lend. In fact, probably on cooldown. Acel will move over, and Yapsor's caught on the wrong side of the river. Puppey into flight he will go. Snowball's coming forward as well. Yapsor, Invis runes nearby, but Puppey doesn't have his level 2 yet. So cannot Cold Embrace, cannot save Yapsor. Infamous gets something back.
So if this mid lane wasn't going as bad for Tomato as it is, Infamous
the
would be
34-17 to 10-0.
Yeah, Infamous would be in a very good position right now, just with the early game because of how much AM is getting, because of how much Legion is getting, but this mid lane is just not going their way at all. And it's not only Secret that have invested into it. The Wyvern was there a bit, and the Nyx has been there most of the time. So has Tusk, so they've just been outmaneuvered in the lane. And Mid one is mechanically very good at playing these 2-on-2 matchups mid. I think he gets a lot out of Yapsor's rotations in general in Secret's games, playing to the limit and just getting good farm. And Infamous have to bring Tomato into the game. He's losing this lane way too hard.
And that's the big concern. He's just going to become food. Like, an absolutely nothing hero. And he needs to be something. Like, especially if you get one hero deleted by the Necro Scythe, you need somebody else to pick up the slack.
They're going to try to help him now. There's 2 heroes rotated in.
Yapsor does have his level 3. He again didn't go for Spike Carapace. I thought he might have, just because he is up against an Ember.
Yeah, could have been good. But Carapace level 1 is not that strong, but it still could have been a somewhat of a value point.
I suppose you need the 1.2 second stun duration, right? If you are going to make anything work.
You kind of want to in Carab. Well, that didn't work for Infamous, that rotation. Mid one is currently level 6, Tomato is 4.5, so an extreme win in the mid lane for the Dire team. Oh,
he's got a haste
good dodge.
Yeah, misses the stun. Or dodges the stun, no matter which way you look at it. Tomato turns around once more. The Flame Guard is up, but Yapsor's got the movement speed.
Oh, he snowballed.
Just puts the physical damage in. The snowball comes forward towards Yapsor, but Yapsor's on speed at the moment. Moves in and out of the pit, silence up a little bit, no man to work with. The shards will lock him in. The Sunstrike is going to connect on the silencer. There's no follow-up after this, however, as mid one forced to shrine, and that's what Nyx was moving towards.
Invoker managed to get out of that. I think the Tusk should have snowballed him and secured that kill. That kill is way too big to not just take. And maybe the Nyx would have got away then, but the Invoker easily the bigger kill. Maybe they thought Silencer had him, but well, mid one survived on like 10 or 20 health in that situation. It makes a big difference now. Tomato will be finding his level 5 soon, so that level 3 Flame Guard will help a lot with his sustainability in the lane, but this is still
Legion.
Still looking grim.
That Splinter Blast didn't actually go out far enough to affect the Legion Commander. Support's rotating over. Yapsaw, the stun will actually be set up by the Scythe. A little bit of extra body blocks. And that is one dead Legion. She only had 1 point up in Heartstopper Aura. I thought MP might have gone for a little bit more. He's in a melee, like a melee lineup. But,
I think you generally want to max Death Pulse first, and then I think 4-1-4 is generally the way to go with the Ghost Shroud, or with the Death Pulse leveled up first. It is what gives the mana regen on the kills as well, so it allows you to sustain your harassment. But I have seen people go more in Heartstopper first. I think it's very rarely the better choice.
Seems to make sense in this game so far. Regeneration rune for mid one's a nice little perk. And Infamous have 4 heroes now gathering around the mid. Seems very inefficient if they can't find a kill. Mid one, oh, it looks like they're going to get it. Yapsaw lines up for the stun, but they get the duel victory more importantly than anything else.
I think more important than anything else, Ember was involved. I actually think that ranks above getting the duel damage. They need to get him a game. He's still not level 6. Having such a hard time. Right now, he's even sharing experience with the Silencer.
Create some space. But we are still looking at a point where Team Secret had a Midas, which was used, and we're not even hitting 9 minutes into a game, and it's already a minus on mid one that's already been expended once.
He's getting very farmed, but so is Penjas. I'm not talking too much about his safe lane, but he is the top net worth hero right now.
Yep.
As expected, this Anti-Mage is almost uncontestable for the Dire lineup. That's why I really like the pick, and we'll be scaling very well in this game. I'm
interested to see when Team Secret want to do something about it. Like, you know, the Anti-Mage will be farming up, and then what can you do about it? You just wait for the team fight and rely on Scythe. Puppey, Cold Embrace, they have the duel available, and it is time for that. Puppey will fall, and a second duel victory in a very short span of time.
I think the time to counter AM is... it's pretty difficult, right? Like, even Chrono Sunstrike is not going to kill him if he's full health. The Nyx level 6 will not kill him either. They need, like, Chrono or Nyx plus Sunstrike and Necro, I think. So it's like a very specific set of heroes that need to go for that gank. And realistically, he's just going to be free farming, I think, for a large portion of this game.
When they rely more on the pick-off in late game to probably do more work, which is great for Infamous. Anti-Mage stays uncontested, continues to farm up, maybe gets to a point where they cannot do anything about him. And once he has the Battle Fury, he can also hug the jungle. Allows the Ember Spirit space to catch up, and the Legion Commander's been pretty successful, moving around with the Tuskar so far. Even Silencer. Silencer, been involved out of 3 of the 4 kills, has that +6 intelligence stolen away from Team Secret. Not exactly certain who that's affecting at the moment.
It would be nice if you could see that. And the heroes have lost.
It was on the I'll get to it eventually.
This is when efficiency starts to really kick in. When Invoker begins farming Ancients like this, there's so much more farm to be claimed on the map of the heroes. So mid one is generally going to be playing this triangle, these 3 camps, farming them to maximize and give the rest of the team a good game as well.
Scans from both sides on that top lane. As the Radiant scan that Infamous is walking under right now, but the Dire tried to scan and work out if Infamous was wrapping around, which they're not. Now Saw under the cover of Vendetta. They just snowball straight forward and burn Global Silence. That's a big ability to have down a 2-minute cooldown, just plus that actually. And no sentry ward in the lane. No sentry, in fact, they have dust on the Silencer. It's the only detection they have in the lane for the next assassin.
I think the idea there was we're gonna snowball in, we're gonna punch, shard, and then global, and then duel. But there was a disconnect in the timing where they already got the cold embrace off, and then the play is done. Top lane.
Scything already. Snowball will protect. Who are they jumping towards? It's only the melee creep at the front. P is not looking that healthy. I think he doesn't have enough mana. And mid one's waiting for the perfect Sunstrike. The Observer Ward reveals the fact the Shrine's being burnt from Legion and Tusk. Everyone actually needs
Tomato wants this rune. This could end bad for him. There's a Chrono coming in. Oh,
Defensive Spirit.
making the right move there, getting out.
Oh, they should go for another one. The stun connects on the Silencer. Sunstrike's right in the money. And a cell will die.
That's a much better kill for Infamous to give away, though.
Yep.
This Ember, it's like they're kind of almost the same level. Ah, okay, Ember's starting to...
MP's in trouble until the shards push him out. Another one of those moments. Kezu jumps forward. He's got Time Walk in 2 seconds' time. Then he can Chronosphere follow up. Scythe is not available at the moment.
I think it's good for them that they didn't come in on that. If those shards would have locked him in and they tried to take that fight, that would have ended horribly.
Well, they're going in anyway.
There's
The
no
duel
way
is
this
out.
is
It's the
gonna work.
Faceless Void. He'll be protected by the Cold Embrace, and then, well, Snowball also sort of protects in a way. Ember Spirit, Mass Spirit committal.
Just kidding, Toby. It worked
Heavy
wonderfully.
damage on to the Faceless Void. It's still another 7 seconds until you got Scythe up. Splinter Blast will dissuade the rest of the fight.
This is super dangerous stuff, though, the way... I mean, I like that Infamous are just doing stuff, but that play is so dangerous. You just blindly duel a guy that you know the Wyvern is behind, so you know the Cold Embrace is going to come out. Guess the idea was we're going to force the Cold Embrace, then Ember can come in and blow all of his magic damage, and we get the kill. And they did. So they did manage to get that kill, but with a bit more counterplay from Secret, that could have been a great fight for them. But they have TP on the cooldown on their TPs, so they didn't manage to assist Kezu in time.
If Yapsaw turned a little bit further north, he probably would have got a solo kill on the Legion. He's hunting, looking for a pickoff. Invoker now is almost at a max Sunstrike. He's 1 point away from full Exort. He just needs to set something up here.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Meanwhile, Tomato's playing a nice game of catch-up, 3.8k. Banjas wants to hit into the tier 1 towers at least for some kind of reaction. Mid one, the bottom tower does go the way of Team Secret. Thanks to that early 4-star, he can get out of range of the Tuskar and Kezu. He really wants a better hero than just a Tuskar. He said he'll let Yapsaw do the work, and yeah, he will actually commit the Chronosphere. Global Silence being burnt. There's a follow-up. Here comes your duel. Doesn't commit, however. Faceless Void. Now they'll give it a crack, but the curse space being created here by Puppey with a follow-up Sun Tomato dropping very, very low. The cold snap making it difficult to get back out this one. Puppey's attack will connect as well, but no more snap. But that's your Scythe. Ember Spirit. He was just becoming a real boy and has his nose cut off.
Yeah, this Global Silence didn't really do very much. Timing of it didn't allow them to really... I get the idea, you're trying to save the guy who's chronoed, but it was a Tusk, right? Like, they chronoed a single support, and they were like 3 heroes around him, and they barely even needed spells to kill that Tusk off, so you might just want to cut your losses, wait for him to come back, and then use your global aggressively instead.
Yapsaw found a target. Sunstrike is available.
Yep, that's definitely a kill if they combine.
But he needs to hit both Vendetta as well as his stun. Or else that ain't a kill. Courier will work. 2 Sentry Wards sniped by Yapsaw. Come see me now. Sustain's getting better and better too. Arcane Boots now over on Puppey. They have the mech of MP, combining with his level 4 up and the Death Pulse. It's a lot of regeneration to work with. And they've got maneuverability. 4-star on the Invoker. As his first item after picking up that Hand of Midas. They'll take the mid-tier 1 tower, blink into duel. Kezu, what can he really do here apart from time dilation? Invoker mid-1! The Sunstrike, it doesn't connect, but Kezu can at least get the last Bastion. Gold is split with mid-1 dying.
The duel wasn't won, correct? I think so.
Correct.
Okay.
He got out of the duel and was able to actually burn his
mid-lane.
1 charges as well, Puppey will die up in top,
nice
but mid lane, the Tuskar Snowball saves from the Reaper's Scythe. But the Dominated Troll Summoner controlling Silencer for a second, but not long enough.
Very nice save from Matthew. And at the same time, Tomato got a solo kill on Puppey. That's really important for him. Secret, we're starting to pull ahead, but this little bit of a hiccup is much needed for Infamous. Getting that big Invoker kill, getting the Wyvern kill, and saving the Silencer there.
This isn't a good sign for Team Secret after the game one was a very confident win for them. Their mid lane was a trashing in favor of mid one, and maybe their lanes weren't everything they were hoping it to be. But I'm wondering if Team Secret are going to come out of this, even if they do take a 2-0, saying, you know, this probably should have been better. We're still having issues. If we're going to beat the top teams here at TI, then we need to play better Dota than this.
I think one of the things that slowed them down a bit in this game was, again, the early movements of Wyvern, I think, were not that useful, and they could have had a higher level Wyvern earlier, and maybe that would have made the transition a little bit cleaner. But honestly, I also just think that the drafting in this game is just better from Infamous against the heroes that they have, so it's not as easy of a game to play.
Invoker TPing in. There's a lot of heroes here. Yapsol scouting them all. He'll get the stun on the anti-mage. The global silence means there is no easy follow-up here from Team Secret. What they wanted that scythe from MP to do some work.
I think they're still going to be happy forcing out global there.
Yep.
There may have been a play where they snowballed and then he blinked out after, but I think that would have killed the Tusk. So you're 100% safeguarding the AM and you're keeping Tusk alive with that global. I think that's fair enough.
Secret now going to force tier 2 tower bottom lane. Mark ready up. They got the regeneration plus the Hadouken of the Satyr Tormentor. MP and Puppey are playing with the rest of Infamous in the mid lane. No one's TPing in for this. In fact, haste room for the Legion Commander. Just runs at the tier 1 tower in mid and just... Alright, so this is the way they try and get a counter. Faceless Void will arrive. Chronosphere, it caught the edge of the anti-mage. Sunstrike will connect, and MP, he's gonna cut his head off. There goes the anti-mage. And Legion Commander has the movement speed to escape right underneath the Dire Observer ward. Team Secret knows that he is gone, but that's a tier 2 tower plus the death of the anti-mage.
I was like, the idea from Infamous there was pretty good. Like, they can't defend that bottom tier 2 tower, so they're trying to get the top tier 1 and mid tier 1 as a trade-off. But Kezu set up very nicely there, and of course the Legion Commander blink a bit faster than anti-mage, doesn't have that animation. AM didn't manage to get out, and that is a very big kill for Secret to get.
Oh, Legion.
That's how it looks like.
Oh, he was going for the duel on the Invoker. It doesn't happen. They turn around for the fight instead. Ember Spirit protected by the Snowball. Again, very good target choice. Going for that frontline melee hero. Miss will return home safely. But now they've lost all out of towers on both their mid and their bottom lane. Top will be next.
Matthew looks a lot more comfortable on Tusk than Ricky. He is playing this hero significantly better than in the last game. Could have also just been a bad game, who knows, but he has had some very, very good saves on the Tusk already. The real challenge for Infamous is to not get this far out of position all these times and get the jumps. Like, I like what Tekka was trying to do there, but the moment that fails, it's tough after that when he doesn't get the duel off. Alright, here we go. Smoked under ward though. Secret have a lot of information to play on right now.
And you can see him prepping for it. Puppey's in the tree line. They put MP, their tankiest person on the front lines. Greaves, 17-1 charges, and a Hood of Defiance. You do not want to go on him, and that's exactly who they do go on. Global Silence may just be enough protection, and it is! Faceless Void will fall as well! The Cold Embrace held him there. You put the curse onto Tomato. The follow-up damage, it will not be enough. And Team Secret,
well, Puppey could be in trouble too.
Underestimating the damage that can come out from Infamous, and you are right, Puppey is on the run. No duel required for
Keep
this
him alive
kill.
For 40 seconds to duel him.
That would be...
This
I'm
is
not
what
certain if that's a
Infamous
dick move or a waste of time if he did that.
This is what Infamous' lineup is very good at. This exact play is very powerful when they can coordinate it. Duel into instant goal. They globaled and dueled at the exact same time. That was very nicely done. And then they get the timing with the Ember jumping in using all of his bursts. They kill the tankiest hero on the Dire lineup with ease, actually, there. He didn't even get to cast anything. Then follow up getting Kezu afterwards. This will get harder when MP starts getting some more max HP. But for now, this worked out very well for them.
Yep, they can just keep it up. They actually hold the advantage in experience. Even if the gold is a little bit behind.
But look at the graph, though, how much they gained there. That's a really, really big swing. And they have the Anti-Mage, who is starting to scale. It's going to be climbing harder and harder.
He's looking for the perfect, like a nice timing. The Manta is getting closer and closer, but he needs time. And okay, well, we need wards. Get back. Matthew's already calling it. We don't see Jack all. In fact, if you look at the Team Secret Observer wards, it's this almost perfect perimeter.
Oh, they have 5
stretching.
Wow.
It's stretching from the tier 1 tower up on the top lane, past the Ancients, down to the mid lane, and then down to the hill deep inside the Radiant jungle. They know that they can get away with this Roshan because no one from Infamous sees anything on the map.
Nice play. Very good warding from Secret, getting all of these aggressive wards out.
This has to be like dodge. Dodge until you gank for Infamous. Sun's not going to connect from Yapsor. It's just not big enough.
That Aegis did go on the back of Invoker, so mid one has the extra life. Infamous have 2 choices. They can try to open on a target again with the global now and try to take a fight, or they need to split and just buy time.
So time walks down. He actually found the Ember Spirit caught inside the Chronosphere. They'll hold him there for a while, and now the Scythe. The global silence wore off.
Oh, he didn't have a Remnant out, else he could have actually even survived that.
They're going for King Tekka. Call snap, he'll break free with press the attack.
While Antimage gets the bottom tower, so tower for an Ember.
They're TPing over. Yapsor is trying to keep tabs on him. And, well, first hit, stun. Again, Yapsor just doesn't have the range. Benjess is being a real nuisance.
He has a long cooldown on his TP, though. There's a lot of efficiency lost.
Unless he can creep skip the next wave. Maybe not so great. He loses the top tower. Oh, denied by King Tekka.
But this timing, this play that just happened in mid was very, very close, right? If the Legion put on... he put on press the attack, blade mail, blinked in, and was about to duel at the same time that Secret jumped in. If he gets the duel off and then they global, it's a totally different story. Then they are winning the fight, for sure. That was kind of on a knife's edge, and they do manage to get the kill on Tomato. If he had a Remnant out, I think he survives. Because that global actually kept him alive for a very long time.
One's on the hunt once more. This time around, all that wonderful, like, aggressive vision from Team Secret doesn't exist. Only one of those wards has survived. Duel went to Wyvern. Well, he doesn't have enough damage to kill off a Wyvern.
Oh,
now
no!
The first Legion survives!
Oh, no.
They didn't commit onto the singular target. Snowball's still there. Definitely blasts are also available from mid one. Legion Commander able to blink and start his run. King Tekka taken up in towards the air, dropped down into the ice wall, turns on the blade mail. So mid one will do a little bit of extra damage to himself, but a kill is a kill. And they get 2 of them.
Yeah.
And they're actually going for more. Yapsor is hunting Benjaz. Mid one has Cold Snap available, so they start with a stun into the Cold Snap. They have to keep that damage going. Mandasar will help him break free, however. But it's Team Secret really trying to be the aggressors from both the north to the south side of the map.
Mid lane, remember?
He's got 2 remnants. I mean, if he overstays his welcome, you can see what Yapsor is just trying to perfectly counter him.
Did Puffy just call embrace that range creep? CS. It almost baited him to stay and then he would have died. That's actually really clever. Oh man. CS.
Range creep's worth a lot these days.
So here we're seeing the replay.
Yeah.
And what ends up happening here is that they curse and Necro ulti at the same time, so the Necro ulti does 0 damage. Else that is an instant kill on Queen Tekka, and then he will have that extra death timer added. Instead, Secret have to end up wasting quite a lot of time to get these kills that would have been very fast, so lost like 20 seconds there. Not the biggest problem. But
The time you get to be alive as well. King Tekka. Sun strikes on the money. And now, this time.
No Tusk this time.
Yeah. And that's a long time on the sidelines for the Legion Commander.
Full minute.
That's a lot of time to not farm. Halberd was going to be very, very useful in this game if she could reach it. But now, Team Secret look to take out that final remaining outer tower of Infamous. The tier 2 on the top lane. A Blink Dagger freshly purchased up as well from MP. So positioning for that ultimate becomes a lot easier.
Yep.
Radiant's top tower is under
But the issue is still in the back of the mind. Team Secret have to deal with Benjaz. They have to deal with this anti-mage. That's an easier way when Silencer gets sniped off. YapzOr doing his scouting work to give mid one the kill, but the blink, punch, Poppy. Revenge is a dish best served with a captain's death.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Benjaz. Keep running. Cold Snap is
Might
up.
be okay.
He
That
blinks away. The Cold Snap damage is being triggered off by the tower. The Troll Trap's there. He doesn't have Nanta available for the moment. He's just got enough mana to blink. That's his last one.
Oh, there's a haste.
Where the hell are you going, Matthew?
It's fortunate.
Matthew, he doesn't have mana. He has a haste rune, but he's inside the Dire base. Okay, now he's got mana, and he'll TV away to safety. Wonderful.
Huh?
He ran all the way into the Dire base to actually
Yeah!
pick up a TP scroll to get away to safety.
All right. Well, they got the snipe on Puppy there with the anti-mage starting to show how much damage he can output very quickly. The Legion is still working on that.
KingTaker wants to kill.
Yep.
He's already going to start a global silence. Oh, he'd spent a second walking around in circles because the ghost form. Now they try and kill off Necros. Tornado causing some problems. Dust
Great
is
snowball.
down. Mid one's too close up. Kezu knows he cannot help out. Same for YapzOr. Benjaz, a double kill for him. They're feeding money into the already problematic anti-mage. YapzOr at least has his Yule Scepter available, making him work for it. But that originally became I think, almost a ward mission into gank mission.
That's definitely the biggest moment of the game so far for Infamous, and that wasn't even perfectly timed, but it probably ended up playing into their favor. They wanted to blink duel with Global, but the instant Ghost Shroud from MP delayed the duel. But since he delayed the duel, Secret tried to help, and they ended up losing 3 heroes with perfect execution from Infamous. Maybe they only get 1 there. That's how it works out sometimes. Unintentional bait. That's some very, very big kills for them. That's the biggest play of the game for them by far. They were 6k behind, now it's 1, and they're leading on experience. So this is currently an Infamous favored game, giving them some momentum here.
Yep. The most dangerous thing of all. An anti-mage with
Kezu.
momentum, and yeah, Kezu in the tree line. He can time walk in 1 second time, commits the Chronosphere, which will catch the Tusker, who snowballed in. 14-1 charges available. They're just too far away. The tree separated Kezu as well as KingTaker, so he couldn't go for the duel. Mid one decides to turn around. The Scythe will connect. Another long duration death time for the Legion Commander to ponder her thoughts.
He just really wants that Halberd so he can break the Lincoln of Invoker. It's the only real reason he's buying this item this game. There's no obvious target that Halberd is amazing on, at least not yet. It will be good on Void later, but for now it's like, yeah, Halberding Necro, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, Halberd the Invoker, I guess that's okay if the Lincolns is over, but yeah, then again, we're back to your Halberding Invoker. The only thing he can use it for.
YapzOr's hunting once more. He might be able to catch the Courier, which just delivered the Lincoln Sphere to Benjaz.
Oh, he's gonna get spotted now, though. Tomato saw him. But who's scared of who, though?
I beg the question, like, Aghanims over Lincolns with an anti-mage.
In this game?
Yeah.
He could reflect Curse.
You can reflect a lot of things
Reflect
with
Reaper
Lotus.
Scythe.
Yes.
It's the thing about Lincolns versus the Axe is that the Axe has 1 second lower cooldown, so it's like slightly better in that way. But the stats of, I believe the stats of Lincolns are still superior.
Because you have no
overall.
regeneration from Ags as well, but you have the regeneration from the Battle Fury, so you kind of already get what you want out of that.
So the Lincolns gives more damage as well. You know, you get a bit more damage, you get a bit more regen, you get a bit more all attributes. You know, all of it just adds up. It's like, I think overall, if you're just like, I just want to block spells and I don't care if I reflect, Lincoln's is still the better choice.
YapzOr, double damage Vendetta. He wants the hit. Tusker, he's going to be there as well. The Sunstrike does connect on the Legion Commander. As, well, mid one has to take care of the Sigil first. Hey! Burns the Shrine and Kezu has arrived. Time walks himself forward. Looking for the kill over on Matthew. Silencer's in the neighborhood as well. They don't have the detection. They don't have the vision. Matthew blinks into the river. He'll TP away to safety.
Very nice
out of
save.
range of Team Secret's eyes.
Very nice save from XL there, coming in with the Glimmer Cape. This is the kind of stuff I wanted to see more of out of Infamous. They're like communicating, they're coordinating, they're saving each other, they're setting up plays, they're doing stuff. This is way better.
There's your Global Silence duel doing its work. Spirit jump up. They've already killed off the Faceless Void. Another early Shrine being triggered. Tornado, however, combining with the Curse. They didn't get all the damage out they were looking for, but the Sunstrike, the damage is enough. Ember will fall down. They want more, however. Silencer would be the primary target. Glimmer Cape's off cooldown in 2 seconds time, but 2 seconds is too long. Team Secret will be able to find 2 kills for this.
Good response from Secret, identifying that even with the Void dead, all of these cooldowns on Infamous is too much to be able to fight even that 4 and 5. And they get a couple of key kills. The Ember kill especially very important. He's starting to come back very well in this game, by the way. Remember, he was completely destroyed, and now he's like, you know, he's still behind, but
he's 1.5k net worth behind the Necro.
It's in range.
It's the anti-mage.
Bottom lane, Matthew. That's not a good ice wall.
No, it is not. Tornado will catch him. Still got a lot of life with the 1 charges, but this is also a very farmed up Invoker. Create space. He can EMP to create space if anti-mage decides to try and fight this. But there's no reason for mid 1 to do it. He's working in towards a BKB as his next item. So Ags, Lincoln's, BKB. It's a lot of stats. It's a lot of survivability from mid 1.
Yep.
And not a lot of control and damage. That instead comes from the Necro, who I think was originally tossing up the idea of an Aghanim Scepter.
Trouble in the Shrine.
Oh, Legion. He starts the duel. I don't think that was the right idea. Or maybe it will be if the duel isn't complete in time. Mid 1 doesn't get the bonus damage.
Oh, Yapsar actually ruined that duel.
Yeah, he yulsed him up.
He got scared. I mean, why wouldn't he, you know? He's just randomly dueling this guy in a 1-on-3. He's like, okay, the team is definitely coming.
Yeah,
you know?
so someone's here, right?
Nope. King Tech is just crazy. That's it.
You're talking about the Sing Sing logic. Like, I can work out what they're going to do if they follow a logical path.
Yeah. Now that was, I don't know, that was crazy.
Yeah, so, sorry, MP was actually going to go for a scythe. He had that in his quick fire.
Super Bend is going in.
He's going for an Aghanim Scepter instead. Maybe able to use that. They trigger the Lincoln Sphere. Nice follow-up stuns. Do they commit the scythe as well? No, again! Tuskar Snowball save! He'll take it for the team. The man that he's saved is his Executioner. Because of the cursed puppy. Turns friend on friend.
That was such a crucial slot. He didn't have buyback. I mean, Antimate's just randomly blinked in alone there without buyback ready. Super YOLO.
Duel
There we go.
is out. Spirit committal once more. Trying to help get that kill, but the Chronosphere is very, very nice. Follow-up stun. King Tekka will fall, but Venjaz doing the work. Invoker just getting ripped apart by this anti-mage. A couple of lucky bashes. The control is good enough, and looking for another one. It's in towards Yapsor. Another kill with Silencer in range, plus 26 intelligence stolen. And away they run.
Yeah, Benjess is going to be close to his Abyssal Blade now. He's actually just going to go for Roche. Doesn't have double damage or of Lads with him, so this is going to deal a bit of damage to him over time. Secret don't really have much to work with, though. They could buy back the Nyx, but pretty sure this is just a Roche for Infamous. And that's big. That's Aegis and Cheese for them at this point. And probably AM close to Abyssal, so he will... I guess he will take the Aegis, buy up his Abyssal, and then he will just go in for the team. Like, just start the fight, go in on the Wyvern, kill the Wyvern, and then we'll see what happens.
28 seconds until Invoker is back up again, and we will actually see if it happens. For now, Team Secret is scrambling to keep the side lanes pushed out. Jesus trying to get himself closer towards that Shadow Blade, get the better positioning in the fights. Now we can actually work with the Nyx Assassin. Puppy's got so much money on this. I didn't realize how much he's got, but he's sitting at 9.4k net worth, but it's the Lotus Orb plus Glimmer plus Solar Crest. Oh, sorry, working towards Solar Crest, just has Medallion. That's a lot of cash. Mid one's still trying to find his cash to finish a BKB. Hasn't found his target just yet. That is top lane where Benjaz is adding pressure towards the tier 3 tower. One catapult moving forwards, forcing mid one to retreat. He can BT to the rest of his teammates later on, but for now, has to accept defense duty. Have they got another smoke? You got the Abyssal Blade on the courier.
Ready to make the move here. Here we go.
Yep. Should jump in stun.
Benjaz is really dangerous right now. He's clearly the strongest hero on the map.
They're going to bottom lane. Looking for the farm. Tomato is there. Yapsol moving in fast. Team Secret, they have the numbers. They need the kill. His Spirit jumps forward. And now Global Silence dispelled by both Yules and the BKB. But Ember Spirit is away. Now they're actually got a pincer going into work on Team Secret. Benjaz in through the front. There's your Abyssal Blade going to work. But now he's actually killing off an Illusionist, not the real version of the Anti-Mage. Cold Embrace will protect the Nyx Assassin, but not long enough. Chronosphere is down. EMP Tornado. I think the Tusk's going to hit the deck, not to mention they got both Legion and the Anti-Mage in it, but the Snowball trying to save. It won't be enough time. Legion again on the end of that Reaper's side. Quick runaway mid one. Ice Wall is actually a lot quicker, but not quick enough when they can blink over. Another stun, and the Mana Void hit. The damage is just too much for Team Secret to deal with, and now it's all up to that last man, MP. The final, well, I say the final core that really still is here committed. Kezu bailed out of that as quickly as he could, so a 3-for-2 trade-off in that fight, and it goes the way of Infamous, most definitely.
A very quick counterplays from Infamous, so we're not seeing... Yeah, we are seeing it.
Yeah,
No, we're not seeing it. It was earlier. Before this even happened, the way the fight started was that Secret were trying to kill the Ember with Nyx Carapace stun. Instant, really instant, press the attack coming out from King Tekka. Ember immediately jumps to Remnant, throws another Remnant, jumps it again, then blinks out and resets. So the Ember got to play this fight because of those very quick reactions and the global silence. And Infamous are just playing on just a completely different team from game number one. It's really interesting to see how...
It's that farm into confidence which they seem to have managed to find.
Seems like it.
And now Spike Carapace set up for the double stun, actually catching out the Anti-Mage. The curse is on the Ember Spirit, but Benjaz isn't close enough. Only his illusions are. And Benjaz just keeps beating into the melee racks. They're really committing for this. You wouldn't be hitting the melee racks unless you're properly committing. The Lotus Orb, protecting Faceless Void, another stun. All this damage may count for nothing if Benjaz cannot finish off the racks. Ember Spirit's helping out. They're looking for Veils. They're burning him down. Remember, he's got the Aegis Immortal, and there it is. They get the melee and get the hell out of dodge.
Could go for the Shrine if they want, but they know that Secret's heroes are coming back to life, so probably just going to reset, regenerate up here with Benjaz and get him ready to fight again. You don't want to wait too long, though, because you want to make sure you use this Aegis while you still have it. You used the cheese in the previous fight, so this is your secondary advantage that you still have to play with.
And this game just feels like it's going back and forward so many times. The best graph to explain it is actually the experience graph. It's been going up Infamous, then away, then up, and then away, and then up. Yep. And now we'll see just how far away it can go. They do have a 7.5k XP advantage, and they hold the gold advantage clearly for the first time in this game. Up to 3.8k, 4k-ish being their advantage.
And the type of net worth they have is very powerful. This Anti-Mage net worth is very, very strong. So is the Ember. Ember has a lot of key items. Now a BKB picked up for him. 10-second BKB, minute 40 into the game is a strong item. Mid lane.
Yeah, they looked for an opportunity. Tusker trying to snowball himself out. Yamsor gonna set up. Yule Scepter into stun, into Scythe.
Alright, he died.
Yeah, that's the acronyms on Necro.
That's 90 seconds.
Yeah, and such a low cooldown. It's the fact they've got it again if another engagement comes up shortly after this. That's probably the biggest thing now for Team Secret. That's why I'm like sitting here going, you know, Infamous look like they're in such a great position, but one hero gets scythed. And you're already in a huge disadvantage where you just don't want to fight again. If Team Secret can force a second one.
Yep.
Ugh.
They've got BKB now, so even more stacked on him. He doesn't have buyback. If he gets caught now, this is a complete disaster. Infamous need to be a bit careful. This time they don't have their save alive. Only the global. Secret cannot pierce high ground right now. They're just gonna need to accept, alright, you know what, 45 seconds we're not gonna get farmed for. Secret must have good wards out. They just killed us off and have played in our jungle. Take it easy, wait for our last guy, and let's go again.
Exactly what they're doing. Do not leave the base. You know, give the opportunity. It's like Kezu's trying to find Okay, he is going to get the silver edge up. Reduce some of that damage. I honestly thought the Necro would go for a little bit more... I mean, I can understand survivability. He needs to have more armor than just 17 against this lineup. So going into a Shiva's does make sense.
Shiva's good.
I'm just thinking, like, where does their extra damage and control go? Like, originally he was looking for a side, he was looking for that level of control. Now he's gone for full defense. Does this put more pressure on mid one? He wants to finish up his Octarine, but then... Okay, he just switched that out for a blood... Bloodthorn.
Yeah. They need physical damage. I think that's the call there. Have to have more mixed damage types.
Arcane Rune. Lock into a lower cooldown on that Chronosphere.
And does have buyback, but...
He just took both of those runes under the cover of Invis. Yapsor's found a target. He's found Tomato. Forest Spirit's going to attack up the hill, so either reveals the fact that there's an Observer Ward or there's a Nyx Assassin there.
Oh,
no! Spider Fist at the same time as the Impel. Kezu, however, able to get down that Chronosphere. They hold the Anti-Mage in position. Remember, he's still got the BKB. Break free. The scythe does go down, but it's already too late. Faceless Void. They turn around. Doing the damage with Amanda style. Even the dual Wyvern can't get the curse off. What a great catch up from King Tekka. MP will be the next to fall. And that may actually be the game 2 heroes without buyback. The Void and the Necro. Infamous. They're going to go on a rampage down the mid. They can take at least 2 lanes of rack so they can push for a GG. They may not know about the buyback situation. Here comes Wyvern's buyback. Benjaz, he pops him through the top. He wants to get the second lane of racks. They flip the Invoker. Cold Embrace. It won't be enough for save. You have the curse from Puppey, and he puts it on Benjaz. All that's going to happen is Benjaz loses a little bit of mana. Meanwhile, you've lost Yapsor. Mid one, desperately scrambling back to the tier 4 towers. Infamous. Where's the confidence? They're waiting for the other 2 to buy back. Tuskar's so low, and here comes the Anti-Mage in once again with the duel. They find the target. Even Puppey battling against the Tuskar deep in the back lines. Mid one going for a guest Sunstrike. He'll find him eventually. So the saving Tuskar is gone, and the tier 3 tower remains alive without Void or Necro in this fight.
That was still really expensive, though. They had to buy back the Invoker and the Winter Wyvern just to
They
hold.
bought back actually 3. Yapsor bought back
Yapsor
2.
bought back 2. It's like, that's a 10k swing, the play that just happened, more or less. So Infamous are in a very, very comfortable position now. They have a lot of gold for buybacks. They have a lot of new items coming out soon. Anti-Mage sitting on 4k right now, can buy whatever he wants. Almost BKB on Legion. It's going to make it a lot easier for him.
Bottom lane.
Silencer has Refresher.
They found the Invoker. Could this actually be a dieback right now for mid one? Support is coming in, but Benjaz is just focusing on the Shrine. A secondary Searing Chains. Okay, they're not gonna play it.
I can't imagine how Secret win this next fight.
They see him. Oh, they get triggered. Door will come off. This is horrendous for mid one. If he dies, Kezu has to go for the Chronosphere. Yapsor's nearby. He'll get this on the Legion Commander. Global Silence with the damage. It will be enough with the Scythe. You'll send the Legion down, but Nyx is gone. He has no buyback available. Kezu needs a time walk. 1 second away, but doesn't have the mana anymore. He'll walk up the mana void. Kezu, he's so low. The curse is out. The attack is following towards Kezu. He'll get back into the safety of his own tower. Puppey will not be so lucky, however. Willie, the Glimmer Cape, back out to safety. MP with the burst heal keeps them alive, and Team Secret scrambling defense.
That was what I was gonna say before King Tekka went for a completely YOLO dive under the tower alone with that duel. That the Silencer has Refresher, and the reason this fight even gets close is that the Legion is alone on that engage. If they jump in together in the global, they could just get the kill or force all these defensive cooldowns like BKBs and Mantas, and then they can refresh and global again and take that key kill and end the game. But that ended up really good for Secret. They traded 1 for 1 and there were 2 globals used. That's about the best fight they can hope for under those conditions. So they're still alive in the game, but it's really hard.
Infamous were looking towards Roshan once more. Look at the 2 wards that Infamous also have inside the Dire base. They've got it on the northern and the southern point of the base. They see whenever Team Secret is not home. But then again, what do? You've got no global silence. Your Legion Commander is still down for the count.
Matthew needs to send some shards in there. All right, he will.
There go the shards. Doesn't really interrupt anything. A quick sleight of fist from Tomato. Tuskar. That's problematic for him. A quick little snowball into the Necro. Another Yule Scepter. Here comes Benjaz. He's looking towards Puppey. He wants that curse taken out of the fight, and he might be able to do it, but Puppey, the Glimmer, he gets away in the Chrono. It caught the anti-mage. He's in huge amounts of trouble. Benjaz blinks. He's out, or is he? The Deafening Blast. Regeneration's not enough. He'll buy back. They're going to commit for this, Roshan. They want the fight, but Yapsol's already looking for a kill. He wants to go for somebody else. They still have the blink into Reaper sights available, and they got eyes on the Silencer. He's the bigger kill if they can claim it. The Tuskar, sure, his save is a nuisance.
AM is roshing.
He's actually doing it by himself. As long as Roshan stops bashing him, maybe that'll work.
Man, Secret are not expecting this
Here
right
you
now.
go. Sunstrike. Tuskar's gone. 107 seconds. Roshan, he's almost 236. He is gone. Aegis Immortal. Benjaz will get it as well as the Cheese. A quick sleight of fist. No searing chains. Tornado is up. Defensive Sprint is available.
They got the door.
Here goes King Tekka again. The duels on mid one. Down for 2 minutes with no buyback available. The curse will turn it around. Ember Spirit will fall. But remember, he's your consolation prize. Puppey will die in the trees. Up he goes. Here comes your Spirit's forward. Tomato is back in once more. 2 heroes lost for Team Secret. No Chronosphere available. It seems like an impossible defense now for Team Secret.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Yeah, I'm not sure how they're going to play themselves out of this one.
MP can't even get home.
No.
A TP.
They don't have damage. They don't have any damage alive. They can't kill a single hero with the lineup they have remaining here.
King Tekka was forcing the top. There goes your TP. MP's changing his target. Kezu, he needs 18 seconds before Chrono is back off cooldown. MP's trying to defend against Benjaz, but the top lane is being taken out by Tomato as well as King Tekka. Benjaz in the cell, they took care of the bottom, and now they're rotating up towards the top. The final nail in the coffin of Team Secret, and claim their first game of the TI7 group stage. And force Team Secret to have another draw. They already had one against Team Empire earlier today. Mega creeps are up, still no Invoker. Chronosphere is available, but where is your follow-up damage? You got Refresher if you need the Global Silence to jump forward. Nyx Assassin, Spike Campus. Anti-Mage looking for the kill. Here goes King Tekka once again. YOLO duel. Kezu will get the double Chrono. They're focusing over on the Legion Commander, dropping her low. Needs to get a little bit lower. Now the side can be thrown. Legion will fall. Tuskar was not close enough. Buyback is available. Silencer stranded on the outside. No mana, cannot cast anything more. So Silencer will fall as well. They'll lose 2, but Infamous have Megas available.
Infamous have 2 options now. I think they should. It's hard to say. Like, what's the worst disaster of a fight they could possibly conjure up?
Infamous?
Yeah, because they
It's a 5-man Chrono, all EMP'd, and then they curse on, and then they curse on the anti-mage.
Yes, and then Techies appears with 5 rapiers and a hyperstone. You know, that's not gonna happen.
Techies doesn't need rapiers; he just needs level 25 talent.
Yeah, and more crits. Whatever, man. He's gonna show up out of nowhere. Look, this anti-mage, the only thing is he has the Aegis and Cheese, but no buyback. So if they try to fight with this and it goes completely awfully, they can actually lose the game on not having buyback on him. So they could wait those 5 minutes out and be fine. I think Secret are going to try for that play where they kill him twice. It's kind of their only way back into the game is to find that opening.
You have to keep your eyes on those buyback timers. That's the more critical stat at the moment. The fact the Anti-Mage and the Ember just don't have it.
Ember doesn't have it either.
Doesn't have it. Like, the buybacks are just so restrictive, but Team Secret actually have the one that counts. They have MP's buyback.
And they have the Invoker in 1 minute as well.
Is he expending it? He's expending it to pick up the Sheep's Guard. Yeah, he is. He's committing in for this completely. Oh, no! Oh! It wasn't enough! Oh, that courier, a lucky duck. That actually would have, like, the delivery of the Shivas would never have happened.
Double damage on Benjaz. They might try for this now. How long is on the Aegis? 1.5 minutes.
Yeah, about that. Minute 20, minute 15.
So all we need to remember is this is a mega creep game, but they're 10k ahead. It's not the classic 20 or 30k lead you would have with megas. So this is a completely losable game if they go in for a very bad fight. Infamous have a lot of tools. They have a lot of leeway for mistakes here, but if all fails...
Watch the 52:04 mark. That's when the Aegis is gone. Banjaz cleaning up shrines while he's here.
What's this DD?
Team Secret have very little to deal with these Megas. They're dealing with so much damage from the Megas, plus then they've got to battle the rest of the Infamous lineup. Infamous just have to play this smart. That's all they have to do. We'll see if it's possible. Team Secret, all pretty clustered back behind. They're thrown apart from YapzOr. He gets the solo pick up. The Sunstrike will do the work. Matthews lost. No buyback available from him. Anime still on the front lines. You get Searing Chains on Necro.
They're going to get out here.
As well as Wyvern.
Needs to get out. That was the Tusk, no buyback, and AM loses Aegis now. They still have 2 globals. Secret don't look like they're interested in chasing.
Well, I think they're still interested in getting enough money to pick up some Maelstrom so they can defend this wave.
Enemy should probably just get a Butterfly now instead of his Treads. This choice.
Well, he's opened up the slot. What's coming on the courier? It is Observer Ones. So, nope.
Probably gonna see.
Just get the Eagle
purchasing.
Song. His surplus is 4.4k, so it's not enough to pick up the Butterfly and still have buyback. I suppose it's on cooldown for 2 minutes anyway.
Okay. Back on.
What is he doing? He's already consumed a Moon Shard, so
Maybe
there's only
he's
one
getting
of the
used to the conditions he'll have when he's
No, I get it now. He's Piccolo. He's weight training. that's all this is.
What's left? 1:30 on the buyback of AM, 2 minutes on the buyback of Ember.
Observer and Sentry.
Ember needs to not get caught. Oh.
Spike Carapace gets the first stun. YapzOr get the hell out of there. Help is on the way. Tornado won't create space when they both burn the BKBs. YapzOr is gone, and Vogue has to put his own BKB and the curse from Puppey. A big thing to expend. Maybe they get something else in return. It's the Silencer. If they can remove his global silence from the field, they'd have a chance. But doesn't happen. Acel gets the other side of the tree lines under the cover of his own Glimmer Cape. He burns his Refresher Orb for this. So Global Silence committed. They don't have a second one. King Tekka looking for a target to duel under the cover of his own BKB. Does not have it. No more Global Silences, however. They do have the Tusk Snowball save.
Where did the Chrono get used?
I don't know. Maybe it was that first initiation on the Silencer. Didn't have enough damage to really contest him. Either way, focus on the now, which is Banjaz, Manta style, try and dodge out the Splinter Blast. This is just scrambling defense from Team Secret. Their home is under siege. And they need time for Nyx Assassin. Silences, actually, he started the TP back to the bottom shrine, to his shrine. Like, why is he TPing there?
They might have been like, wait for the next globals, and then someone else just called, no, we can end the game now.
All right.
And he sticks around. That might be the reason.
Well, here's your jump forward. Banjaz committing, trying to hit into the racks. BKB protects himself to do it. The snowball keeping Necro out of the fight. Banjaz gets the backline once again, finding Wyvern. You've got Curse up in 1 second time. The Chrono is down. Banjaz is trapped, pushed in by the shards, actually getting out of range of that Sunstrike. The Curse is there on the Ember Spirit, but no one is there to hit him. They have to keep him stunned up. Tomato falling quickly, down for 2 minutes. He doesn't have a buyback. They want another target. They want the Silencer. Faceless Void trying to reach him, but they don't see him. They can't see what they don't kill. That's the wrong way around. Acel will fall. Here goes your Tusker. The duel is up. They've got their target. It's the Invoker. The stun is not enough creation, but 3 heroes without buyback down. The big man is still there. Banjaz doing the work. Buybacks coming in left, right, and center for Team Secret. Infamous actually could be looking in a position where they don't have a buyback on anybody apart from the anti-mage, and that's exactly the situation. The Dire Ancient is barely alive on 1k HP. The defense will be there from Team Secret. Can they do anything with this window?
Oh, and is he going to do Oh, he's not going to do this, is he?
You were expecting him to just a BT in and fight?
He's not going to do this.
Hey, look at the line. Look at the line being drawn. This is the plan from King Tekka. Run this blue line, jump in, and then take out the shrine behind him. What have they got to stop you? Curse, Scythe, Chrono, Suns from Nyx Assassin, a lot of controls from Invoker.
This is is absolutely crazy if he goes to this. I can't believe if he does this. This is like...
He's smoked, he's going. He's going.
There's no reason to do this. Wait for your team to spawn, go S5, and just end on the throne. You don't have to do it alone.
He's trying to pull the SG eSports. He's trying to pull the Earthshaker play. He's going through the tree line. It's the SA special. Oh, look at him. They're pinging.
Oh my god.
But that's... No.
Okay.
Yeah. You saw that ping. That was King Tacker. He's like, this is a really bad idea, man.
I'm trying to envision in my head how the communication's going on in the room. Like, there's probably 3 players yelling, don't do it, and then King Tekka just gets up and grabs him, you know? They're literally going up.
Just
Dude, if you do this...
just gonna pull your mouse out right now. Yeah. Back or kick. Back or kick.
Oh my god, this is so crazy.
We're about to hit the hour mark as Team Secret try and defend against Megas. Roshan is available, and in fact, the ping just came out for it as well. They still had the real issue. They just can't push the lanes fast enough. It's Megas, and they don't have cleave-style heroes. You got the Mjolnir over on Kezu, so at least you have that. The Tornado spam is able to keep the creep waves at bay, but doesn't do enough damage. Yep, we're turning mid one into a physical DPS now. And I wonder if it's also worth him completing up the full Hurricane Pike. Or someone actually picking up that bloody gem that's sitting in mid too. Did Puppy just... Puppy just saw it. He's just like, hey guys, this is here.
This has got to be the end of the game. This has to be the end of this game.
Is it? How's the Shrine looking? It's regenerating at 3 HP a second, but it's still very low.
They have no glyph. There's an Aegis and a Cheese and 2 globals.
Dude, last time they attempted this though, they just kept dying. And you got buyback on Void, Wyvern, as well as Necro. No buyback, however,
Secret are
on
going
the
to fight them
Invoker.
outside base, I think. They can't let them in.
Oh, yep, so he was looking for it. They saw him. They saw him blink down. They'll get the stun out. They see the real target. The global silence is out. They'll try and break free. Benjaz dropping very, very low. He's actually going to go down. The Aegis Immortal will burn. They did commit a decent amount for this one. Reaper Sight still not used by MP, but look at him. They're going in deeper. Legion Commander, King Tekka, he's going for the Fortress. They have to commit the curse. No mana for a Chronosphere on Kezu. Matthew's moving up as well. Here comes Yabsor. Back to the fight. The side will put King Tekka down, but it's done. They jumped in with the anti-mage and finally brought down the Fortress. But bloody hell, that was hard. A lot harder than it needed to be. Thought send quickly.
Just look at King Tekka. Let's just let it be that.
Oh, King Tekka.
He's hyped.
Thanks for playing, bro. Thanks for playing. We've got more games coming up. Stay tuned for them all. We've got Newbee versus Cloud9 and EG versus Liquid coming up on the main stream. LD and Lumi will be with you for that one. Sind and I are wrapping up us for the day. We'll be back again tomorrow on stream 3 for IG versus DC and EG versus Newbee. But stay tuned for all the Dota on all the channels for TI7.